you will find money that you never knew existed when they are handling your books. They're the ones that will tell you that, okay, you lost $500 last week, you will lose $300 this week. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you guys here. I'm sure by now you already know I'm excited. If this is your first time, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Please do well to click on the thumbs up that's just there. You can do that now or later in the video, but please don't forget to do that. Also, don't forget to click on the notification button so that every single time that we post, you are aware. I won't be one of the first other people to view my fine face. I'm Abigail Davidaja and I'm delighted to have you here. I can't wait to share what I have to talk about today. So please sit back, relax, enjoy yourself. We first introduced the temperament, then we spoke about sanguines. If you've not seen any of those videos, please watch them, enjoy yourself, right? Today we're here to talk about cholerics. Yes, if you know anything about cholerics, please put what you know in the comment section. I can't wait to read those comments. We're talking about cholerics in business and cholerics in general, how to deal with them, how to identify them, you know, how to work with them, and how to use their potentials to grow your business. If you're a choleric, how to be a better business person as a choleric. That's what we'll be talking about today, and I can't wait for you guys to hear all I have in store. I hope I don't go beyond. I'm praying that we do a very short time today, but I mean, we'll go where the Lord leads. Every one of us have encountered a choleric as colleagues, as business partners, as employers, as clients, customers, whatever it is. And today I'm just here to talk about them. I mean, we all had a lot to say about the sanguines when we spoke about them. People would have comments, obviously, the negative, the positive. They always learn from it, but at the same time they don't fail to always throw jabs. So today we are coming to talk about the cholerics. If you like, throw jabs at them. They're always ready to fight, so no as they're going to talk. Anyway, so I hope you enjoy this, and I hope that I'm able to communicate what I'm trying to communicate, because this is not an avenue to just talk about temperament or just talk about personalities or to bash anyone's personality or temperament or character trait or anything. This is not my aim when I make videos. My aim is to make sure that we understand these people, know how to work with them, and pay the right attention to the right set of things that we're supposed to do. That's literally the entire reason why I started this series in the first place. As business owners, we get to interact with people every day, and we can't say that just going to business school or just handling a business is enough information for us to be able to handle these people. To be very honest, if you do not understand the different personalities, temperaments, and everything, as much as you might be a good customer service personnel, you may not be able to connect with your customers the way you're supposed to, which in turn will not help you maximize your business profits and your business, you know, expansion in general. So in order to be able to penetrate some certain markets and to be able to be useful to some certain people who wouldn't see your business to be useful on a normal day, you need to understand how to deal with those certain individuals so that it gives you a positive feedback to your business. So please, when you come watching this video, just make sure you listen with an open mind. Make sure you try to actually see how it applies to you, your business. I may not use every single business example, but any example that I use, try to relate it, try to make sure that you're able to grasp what I am sharing. And if you don't, please always leave a comment below asking your questions. You can as well send me a private message if that works for you better, and I'll be willing to explain further on anything that you need clarification on. I'm so grateful that you guys actually even trust me enough to listen. Sometimes I come back and I see that people have actually watched my video and I'm like, what? And I hope you enjoyed this one. Remember that when we introduced this topic, we actually grouped personalities into two: the introverts and the extroverts. The first extroverts were sanguines. The second extroverts are the cholerics. Have you ever wondered why you are like choking to death, but you rather die than give somebody else that it? Why every single time that you give, you actually find that strength and courage to outsource to somebody, even if they achieve the goal you're trying to achieve, as long as they don't do it the way you would have, you get angry. Or maybe even when you are working with groups of people that are normally your friends, you tend to argue with them. All these things can be explained using your temperament. Now, if you are a choleric, you are a natural leader. It just comes naturally for you. You are always in charge. You always want to be in charge. You're the kind of person that is difficult to hand over something to somebody else. Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Don't be hard on yourself. That's where I'll start from. Learn to outsource. Learn to communicate. That's the important thing. So when we go into this video, I'm sure you get to learn more about this character trait, but I feel personally they are the most natural born leaders of all the temperaments. To me, you can disagree. If you have a comment that disagrees, don't be scared to put it in the comment section. We learn every day. But for me personally, I feel like cholerics are the best leaders of all the temperaments, period. Whether you are the choleric, whether you're working with a choleric, or you have employed a choleric, like, you know how some people just do not function well in groups? If they are not the group leader, they are definitely that group member that is frustrating your life. Or how people, even though they have a leader, they are okay with going out on their own to do certain things that normally they're supposed to wait for their leader to hand over to them. Yeah, that's really who a choleric is. It's not like they are trying to belittle the authority. They are just naturally thought first, trying to solve the problem. That's just who they are. So we'll be talking about them today. I know some people would come and as usual, oh, I'm better than you, and that's not what we are doing on this channel. Our job here is to educate ourselves, learn how to work with these people so that we make better use of our businesses. So if you learn something, great. A choleric is a natural leader, a very good organizer. They pay attention to every single detail. If you're looking for that person that pays attention to the T, they're the ones. They don't literally, like most times, they don't look for the leadership positions. Leadership finds them, because in every situation that they have been put into, they find a way to just take charge. Even when there's no leader, as long as they're in the group, they find a way to be the one, giving information, trying to give orders or whatever. That is a choleric. Sometimes they're not particularly liked. They're not as liked, even though they're extrovert. Some of them are not as loved as the sanguines, because the sanguines are more interested in making people happy and being loved by everybody. The cholerics, not so much. They just want to get the job done. So some people that actually tend to work with cholerics do not enjoy working with them, although they don't like them personally or their personalities, because of their work ethics. This is, it's unavoidable. Nobody wants to be shouted at. Nobody wants to be yelled at or disrespected while on the job. However, by the fact that they are natural go-getters and they pay attention to detail, a choleric most times tends to be finicky. They care about how you do it. For them, they care about the means as well as the ends. If you want a job done and done properly, based on the rules set aside for that job, put a choleric in charge, and trust me, you will not be disappointed. So is this a good thing? Of course, in some certain fields, it's amazing for a choleric to be in charge, because they are going to do it as it's supposed to be. So if you are looking for something that somebody's going to pay attention to, look for a choleric. The truth is, they actually derive pleasure in winning and can do anything to make sure that they win. Now, there is no question on are they going to hurt or not hurt anybody. Sometimes cholerics don't really care what they do influences the people around them as long as they get the job done. So they may not be the friendliest of all the temperaments, but remember what I said when I introduced this topic. Some of us have been blessed and, you know, should I say, filled with the Holy Spirit, that even though we have certain temperaments, because we have God, we're able to be better. So you can actually meet a choleric who still cares about how people feel about them. It might not come naturally to them, it might come as a result of what they have learned along the line, but you still meet some people like that. So don't be quick to judge just because I said they don't care the means. You know, all the time when you're in groups and everybody just wants to street it, like maybe just do them so that we can achieve, but there's that one person that's thinking of ideas and techniques and how you guys can follow the procedures. Now them you know how you have some people trying to be emotional about the whole thing, and there's that one person that's saying, I beg, no, logically that is it, that's them, that's how they are. And naturally competitive people, they are highly engaged and intentional set of people. When you want somebody that's intentional about their activities, actually they're even intentional in relationships. They don't play. They're not trying to just, you know, they are the ones that are getting into a relationship and they are telling you, oh, I want to date for 5 years and I'm going to get married in the next 6 years. Are you okay with that, or are you not? They are the ones. You know, you'll be wondering, how can you be thinking all the way 6 years? We are just starting. Well, yeah, they are very principled people as well. They love taking charge of things. Cholerics are problem solvers. They are independent people, very good and effective influencers. They are good communicators as well. They get easily angered because anytime people don't do what they want, then like if a choleric should give you an instruction and you don't listen to that instruction, they get really mad. They're often proud. Yeah, not all, but a lot of them are proud. They often sound very commanding and like they're ordering you about, and their tone sounds pretty condescending sometimes, not because they're trying to be disrespectful towards you, but because naturally they have this commandeering attitude. They are very bad followers. I can't even lie. Cholerics are horrible at following anybody. Sometimes some of them work on their character traits and then they tend to be better followers, but naturally they're the one always the leader of the pack. They're always the leaders. So yeah, they tend to be condescending when they talk to you because they're so used to leading, but then they are generally convincing and successful leaders. You know, those people used to call charismatic leaders. The choleric is a charismatic leader. A number of times people just trust them because they always deliver. Yeah, most times a choleric delivers on whatever duty that they have been tasked with, so they have natural followers. It's very easy for them to get people to follow them because I believe you did what you were supposed to do. I believe your government. Do you understand? There are certain roles and certain occupations that each temperament to be good for. So for cholerics, certain occupations that will be good for them. Number one is supervisor roles. Supervisor roles in every company, honestly. Any role that they are going to be the team leaders or supervisors, they'll be great at it. Event planners as well. I think they'll be great CEOs, business owners. Yeah, I actually think cholerics make very good business owners because they're very pragmatic. They're very organized, you know, and detail oriented. So they'll be very good leaders or owners of businesses. They'll be very good administrators. They'll be amazing secretaries. Now, not the kind of secretary that is in front, but still, right, they will be amazing secretaries because they'll put everybody in their place and make sure everybody comes for their appointments on time. They are also good at working in schools, so all those teachers, they are good teachers as well. They'll be the strict teachers though, or lecturers. They'll be the strict ones that will make sure you put in your assignments on time, the ones that make sure you come to school on time, you know, check their attendance all the time, give your assignments all the time. Yes, but they'll be amazing teachers because they'll make sure you learn, like they'll walk you to death. They'll be good at statistics, maths, you know, all those calculative things, physics, medical doctors, pharmacists. They'll be good at all these. A lot of medical fields, actually, they'll be good in the medical industry. They'll be very good advertisers because you know what to look for. Remember, I said they know how to do research and everything. So when you give them a task to come up with an advertisement, they're going to check who they are doing the advert for. You know, they are very detailed. So they are the ones that will come up with all this play on word. They'll know how to do play on word adverts. Yeah. I think they'll be good at that. They'll be very good marketers because they are good at meeting targets. If you give them a target, they do everything to make sure they achieve that target. So they'll be good marketers, even though they might not be the fun kind of marketers. They will be good marketers because they will make sure they do everything to meet people's needs in order for them to meet their targets. We go consultant because once again they are leading, but they're consulting. The colleague could be a good baker as well because they are very good at following techniques and rules and regulations. We could security agents because once again they pay attention to detail. When it comes to the entertainment industry, they'll be good directors, movie directors, very good script writers because they know how to put all those details together. So they'll be good editors as well, movie editors, screen editors, stuff like that. Maybe they would be good videographers because a videographer can make or break your movie, and they know how to envision things. Sometimes I actually feel like as much as HR managers are supposed to be the heart of an organization, the ones that care about how their workers are faring, they're also the most brutal, logical ones that are like, no, you took 500 days break last year, and how many days in a year? Okay, you took 5 days break last week, and you know, stuff like that. They are the ones that will be able to tell this person is performing well, and they remove the emotion from it. So I think it'll be good HR managers. It might not be good for the employees if the employees are trying to be lax, but they'll be good if everyone is doing their job accordingly. Maybe good bankers. They might be good bankers. Are they good bankers? I think they would also be good engineers. They'll be good engineers, and they'll be good lawyers because once again, you need details, you need information as a lawyer, you need to be able to speak, you need to be charismatic as a lawyer. So then finally they'll be good in management defined roles. I already said they'll be good administrators earlier. So in management roles where they are the ones in charge, like the EDs, that's executive directors, MDs, managing directors, you know, roles like that, they'll be amazing in those roles. If there's any other occupation you think a choleric could be good at, please share that with us in the comment section. But I think these are roles that I'm confident that a choleric would be good at. And of course the list is not exhaustive. There are some occupations that I will not talk about that you know that a choleric would be good at. That's great, but these are the ones that I would say, okay, yes, a choleric can excel in these roles. If you're a choleric, or you know someone that's a choleric that's just finishing school or thinking about what occupations would work for them, kindly suggest this video. When you're talking to a choleric, do your research, listen to them, understand them. Don't get angry because they will vex you. Let's even be honest, they're always talking to you like as if they are teaching you your job. Let them teach you your job, they'll soon be gone. You know, as long as you've decided to work with them, listen to them and understand them, then do your job to the T. Make sure you deliver based on their requirements, and trust me, they will be satisfied, and their satisfaction means a lot because they'll speak highly of you to other people. Do you understand? So use the fact that they're detailed to your benefit. Show them the detailed side of your business, explain it to them point by point, and you see they'll trust you. Now if you're working with a choleric, I know it can be annoying and it can be frustrating having somebody always wanting to be in charge. Put them to good use, let them lead. Now they want the stress. Leading is very stressful, honestly, and I don't even know why people fight for it because it's very stressful. Okay, so let them lead. If you're working with them, let them lead and listen to them and their methodologies or their ideas. A lot of times they have smart ideas that can actually get the job done faster. It's not about working hard, it's about working smart. Remember that. And if you know that they are smart and they will be able to deliver smartly and quickly, why not adopt their method? Ooh, how would they harm you? It's better for your team. Do you get it? So let them lead if they have to. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but put them in charge of risk management and things that require adequate attention put on them. If you need anything that you need to pay attention to or look at the details or stuff like that, make sure that you put the choleric in charge of that, because they will not miss anything. So put them in charge of things that are risky, because they would pay attention and make sure they don't miss out on anything. So like I said, they're problem solvers. So just put them as coordinators on your job. If you're an event planner, make sure that you have a choleric as your coordinator, because they would make sure you'll be amazed at the duties that they're going to perform. Yeah, you would actually be amazed. Now this would be funny, but like I said, use them as coordinators, but give them the vendor's contact. If you're working with a choleric that you feel like she's not minding her business, she's just putting her nose. If you have a friend that's a choleric and is asking you, oh, what about this one? What about this one? Give the vendor, give them the vendor's number. They will call the life of the vendor. Nobody will tell the vendor to come early. So if you want somebody that will enforce rules or enforce whatever details that you already have, hire a choleric for that. In your workplace, for your events, at home, hire a choleric to handle things that require details, because they will not miss anything. Sure, they can organize. Now that they organize pass. Give them tasks. Give them tasks that require organizations, like bookkeeping. Like, you will actually find money. Did I even mention that they will be good tax collectors? They will. Actually, you will find money that you never knew existed when they are handling your books. They are the ones that will tell you that, okay, you lost $500 last week, you will lose $300 this week. That's their job. They are very good at that. You need to trust them with that. Some people that they call alpha females that are always in charge and seem like they want to control their men, they are actually cholerics. Those are the people they call alpha female. Sometimes some people, I don't know where they got their own from. So it's not a curse, it's not from the village. It's not that they are trying to turn their men into women rapper or anything. That woman is like that in every field in her life. She's like that in her relationships, she's like that in her business, she's like that in the office, right? So, and she's always probably like that with her children. So I find a lot of ignorant people call some alpha females, control freaks. Do not forget that this is generalized. We don't know individual differences, and I'm not going to deal with that. If not, we're not going to finish in the next 10 years. But generally, some people are just natural leaders. They're just used to taking charge. That doesn't mean they try to control you. It's not about you. It's just the fact that they on their own are naturally inclined to take up the role of leaders. So if you ever come across a lady, and I'm using ladies in this aspect because for men, everybody from the Bible, from regular everyday life, from the African culture, men are natural leaders in quotes. But there are some men that you would meet that don't care about leading anything. They are okay with following you. And those are the men that they call woman rapper, because they now marry women that like being in charge. And you see, God made it in a way that marriage leads to a balance in the home. If the man is the leader, or like he's the choleric in the family, a lot of times that choleric doesn't want a co-captain. He doesn't want somebody that would also be choleric in the house. So he tends to look for a woman who is a bit more laid back and okay to follow. We'll talk about that temperament in our upcoming videos, but you get the point, right? Then a lady that is a leader, a choleric, most times tends to go with a guy that is okay with being, at the backseat. Now, when I say being at the backseat, it doesn't mean the man doesn't also give his opinions and everything. It just means that in some important family decisions, the man is okay with trusting this woman to make decisions. So don't go out and be ignorant and say, oh, woman rapper and all those things. No, temperament plays a very strong role in how individuals act, even in relationships. But I don't want to digress from what we're actually talking about, which is business. I hope you enjoyed what we spoke about today. I hope you learned something new. If you have any comments, please don't forget to leave it in our comment section. I love you guys to bits, and I hope that you keep on showing love to other people. Have a beautiful week. Bye.